Assalamu alaikum. How are you, everybody? Today we'll discuss chemistry, chapter 6 review. Multiple choice. A chemical bond results from the mutual attraction of the nuclei for electrons, neutrons, protons, dipoles. Which one is the correct answer? The nuclei are linked to the Question 2. A polar covalent bond is likely to form between two atoms that are similar in electronegativity, have similar size, are different in electronegativity, have the same number of electrons. The polar covalent bond. The difference in electronegativity or the size or the number of electrons. The correct choice is they are different in electronegativity. Question 3. The Lewis structure of HCN contains one double bond and one single bond, one triple bond and one single bond, two single bonds and two double bonds. HCN, one atom of hydrogen, one atom of carbon and one atom of nitrogen. What's the Lewis structure of HCN? As you can see in the figure, H with C with single bond and C with N with triple bond. So the choice will be, the correct choice, one triple bond and one single bond. The fourth question. Which molecule contains a double bond? COCl2, C2H6, CF4, and SF2. You can draw Lewis structure for each of them. And here is the Lewis structure for each of them. The first one is COCl2. C is linked with one oxygen with double and two single bonds with each chlorine atom. The second is C2, two atoms of carbon with 6 of hydrogen. Each atom of carbon is linked with 4 single bonds. CF4, one carbon atom is linked to 4 atoms of fluorine with 4 single bonds. And SF2, one atom of sulfur is linked to atoms of fluorine with single bonds. So the choice will be, which molecule contains a double bond? The correct choice is COCl2. Number 5. Which of the following is an ionic compound? CI4, CSI, SiH4, and HI. If you know that the electronegativity of carbon equals 2.5, of cesium equals 0.7, of iodine 2.5, of silicon 1.8, and for hydrogen 2.1. How can you find that this bond is ionic or polar covalent or non-polar covalent? You will find the difference in electronegativity between the atoms that forms the molecule or the compound. So the difference between carbon and iodine is 0. So this is non-polar. The difference between cesium and iodine, cesium equals 0.7 and iodine 2.5, so the difference equals 1.8. The difference between silicon and hydrogen, silicon 1.8 and hydrogen 2.1, so the difference 0.3. The difference between hydrogen and iodine, hydrogen 2.1 and iodine 2.5, so the difference equals 0.4. So which one is an ionic compound? For ionic compounds, the difference in electronegativity is larger than 1.7. So the choice will be CSI, cesium iodide. Metallic bond. Question 7. The charge on an ion is, the charge of the ion is always positive, always negative, either positive or negative, 0. Which choice is the correct one? It is either positive or negative. Positive for positive ion and negative for negative ion. Question 8. According to the octet rule, a calcium atom, Mg, and has 2 electrons in the outermost energy level, has a tendency to lose 1 electron, lose 2 electrons, gain 6 electrons, and gain 2 electrons. Which one is the correct choice? Mg, and has 2 electrons in the outermost energy level. It will lose 2 electrons to convert it into positive 2 ion. Question 9. The only property listed below is not characteristic of ionic compounds is high melting points, hardness, lack of crystal structure, brittleness. Which one is not a property of ionic compounds? We know that ionic compounds have high melting points, okay, are harder, okay, they are brittle, can be broken easily. So, and they also have crystal structure. So the choice is the correct choice is lack of crystal structure, because the ionic compounds have crystal structure. A covalent bond is formed when two atoms share an electron with each other, share one or more pairs of electrons with each other, gain electrons, gain and lose electrons. Covalent bonds. When two atoms share only one electron? No, share one pair or more. So the correct choice is share one or more pairs of electrons with each other.